American-Israeli Hersh Goldberg-Polin was just 23 years old when he was badly wounded and kidnapped from the Nova Music Festival by Hamas terrorists October 7th. In the aftermath of the attacks, his mom, Rachel, became a voice for all of the hostages and their families as she led the fight to bring them home.
There are over 200 hostages being held in Gaza right now. Over 100 of them are from 33 countries. Where is the world? We, the families of the 200 hostages, are far away on our own planet of agony. But where are you?
Among the hostages are 8 American citizens. One of those Americans is our only son. Hersh, we are working day and night, and we will never stop.
328 days after his abduction, Hersh was murdered at the hands of Hamas inside the tunnels under Gaza. Now, his mother is sharing her story in a new memoir, When We See You Again, out today. Rachel Goldberg-Polin joins us now. Rachel, great to see you. Your decision to write the book, you told me it was like therapeutic to go through it, right?
I think it was actually relief to be able to hand over packages of pain that were causing my soul to buckle from the weight of the suffering, which anyone who's lost someone dear to them, and specifically in my experience, losing a child, is so tremendously, colossally Herculean in its weight, and I couldn't shoulder that weight without giving it over.
And why did you think you were such a spokesperson for all the hostages? But why was it important for you to write this book about your son?
The truth is that I think that this book actually isn't even a memoir. It's not a tell-all. It's actually a love story that's swaddled in pain, or it might actually be a pain story that's doused in love.
What were the circumstances that led to his capture? Just going to the music festival, moved from California, living in Israel. That's what he did. He was at a festival, and he gets taken.
He was at a music festival that was advertised as being for unity, peace, and love. And at that festival, he and almost 400 young, vivacious, dynamic people were, well, more than 400 people ended up being killed. He and 250 others were kidnapped from that festival. And as you mentioned, he was a survivor for 328 days in unimaginable surroundings and circumstances. And on day 328, he was shot. We got his body back with 6 bullet wounds. His hair was covered in gunpowder. He was skeletal, bearing signs of torture. He was just a civilian at a music festival. And it's an extremely gigantic challenge to walk through the world now without this piece of us yearning and hungry for our only son.
Yeah, and knowing his last days were so hellacious as that makes it even harder, I imagine.
It is a unique complication because I think losing a child, obviously, I'm not unique. There are millions of us. There are millions of people watching you right now who have lost children, who have buried children. But we also have, in addition to that horrific integration of the reality into our lives without Hersh, we have these 330 days that preceded his murder, that we were in the twilight zone of torment, of knowing that he was suffering and being tortured and starved along with these 250 other hostages. And psychologically, emotionally, and mentally, it's very complicated to try to figure out how do I unpack that in addition to this mourning, loss, and grief.
So here's an excerpt from your book. You write this: I have decried grief as a trespasser, but perhaps grief is merely the messenger. And by trying to prevent it from entering the room of my soul, I've exhausted myself. Now I see how that very effort depleted my mangled body and spirit even further. I think that much of the festering, blistering pain that we broken feel comes from trying to deny the love that continues to grow after a person dies. So expand on that.
Well, I think most of us, or I should only speak for myself, I have had in the past the idea of grief is something I want to prevent. That it sounds very negative and scary and hurtful. And so I was trying, Katie, bar the door, like, do not come in. And all of a sudden I had this sort of epiphany, and I realized grief is actually a badge of love, because we don't grieve for people that we didn't love. Mm-hmm. And the love is like bamboo, and it keeps growing. Love is stronger than death. Anyone who has lost anyone dear to them knows that. Mm-hmm. The love keeps growing. And therefore, the grief is actually a beautiful price that you pay for having the love.
So what would you like to see happen now as we look at what happened in Gaza and you see the war that could start again in Iran?
I think we have really been blessed as human beings with this godliness of wisdom and impact and insight and creativity and intellect. And I would love for us to use those God-given talents and values to figure out creative ways to solve all of these challenges. This is throughout world history and in every conflict right now in our world.
When We See You Again is the name of the book. Hersh Goldberg-Polin, thanks so much for putting this together, sharing your story, and hopefully everyone will get this and understand exactly what's going on over there and who the guilty party is. Rachel, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.